Hey guys, this is Josh and Tori with One Acre Fam. Hey, we want to jump on today, you guys, and kind of like just slow it down and just kind of talk about
real life,
basically. So this week we're gonna have a little reflection on like the last month. We've been kind of quiet about what's been going on because we had some stuff that kind of threw us for a loop, and really had to regroup. And we actually had to head home for a little bit. Unexpected, and deal with some stuff. So I'll have Tori start and kind of talk about the situation, how things panned out, and we'll just continue on from there.
Yeah. So the last month has been a little interesting. We had made our plans and we were all systems go, and then real life hit us in the face again. And I just wanted, we want to put this out there because everybody like gets the highlight reels on YouTube, and everybody thinks, oh, it's like sunshine and puppy dogs and rainbows and everything's all good and great. Perfect, and amazing.
Awesome.
And honestly, like, that's not always the case. Sometimes real life does happen, and it did happen. So basically it's been about a month now, and so a month ago we were in Las Vegas, and we had already kind of made like, so we put braces on the girls right before we left, which we had kind of like gone back and forth as to what we were going to do, and I'd done a lot of research, talked to several families like how they do braces on the road, and basically it's like pick a spot and just know that you're going to be traveling back and forth, and that's how you're going to do it. Yep. Both the girls needed braces. They were really self-conscious. It was time. They're both old enough. Like, we'd put it off for a couple of years anyway. So we bit the bullet. We did it, knowing we were going to be flying. I was going to be flying home most of the time with the girls to get adjustments. Well, that was fine. We already had it planned, got them on before we left, with no intention of going back before June. Well, we were in Las Vegas, and I had logged on to Emily's medical chart system through where she is seen by her pediatrician and doctors and all that. And I had noticed that one of her appointments had been moved, so that's what caused me to log on, was to just kind of see why or what date. So it was no big deal. That was kind of irrelevant. I looked at that, but however, there was another message right underneath that from her endocrinologist. Mind you, when we left in February, we did the video. We had gotten the 100%, go ahead. Basically, we'll see you in 5 months. Everything's great. She's doing well. We'll keep her on her meds. Like, she's in whatever, like, quote remission, not really remission, but basically her levels are normalized and doing good.
Yeah, so basically, real quick, so for Emily, what came out about with her was she ended up having a thyroid issue, and also she got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, which is called Hashimoto's.
Right, which is I mean, it's not like abnormal, but I mean, she's only 11, which was kind of odd, but that kind of threw us for a loop in September when we went full time.
Yes.
In October is when we discovered all this, which is kind of what pushed our launch date. So we were in California, like, basically just waiting for everything to kind of normalize and get settled before we took off, because we didn't want to have a sick kid on the road. So we were given the go-ahead in February. We left, and I find this message from our endocrinologist. Mind you, I didn't get a phone call, which is a little frustrating, because the message was basically like, well, there was some outstanding blood work, which we had no idea there was outstanding blood work still.
No clue.
We were given the go-ahead. We got her outstanding blood work back, and basically some of her levels had dropped to next to 0, and they were concerned, so they wanted us to come home so she could have a brain and pituitary gland MRI. And I'm reading this as we are on the road together, all of us in the truck, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're on a travel day. We couldn't even
How do I even tell Josh this? Like, I'm holding this information in now, and how are we supposed to go? Like, we have this reservation and this reservation and this reservation, and now what are we gonna do? So fast forward a couple hours, we'd stop for dinner. I said, hey, I need to talk to you. This is kind of what's going on. And he was just like, oh my gosh. So we had to regroup, come up with plan B. Plan B was, well, I called to make her appointment. They told me, oh, well, we have to have pre-authorization from insurance, which blah, blah, blah. Don't even get me started on insurance. I couldn't even make her appointment without having the pre-auth. And so I got on the phone with insurance that day and said, look, here's the deal. We are in 2 states. We're 2 states away. Now we have to go home. I need to know when we're going to be back, because I have all these reservations that I need to deal with. It's going to cost us a lot of money. and I need some answers. And so actually, for one time, the insurance was actually on top of it. She said, this shouldn't be a big deal. I should have authorization by Monday. You should be able to call and get an appointment. First thing Monday morning, I called back. They had it within 2 or 3 hours. I called to make her appointment. They got us in the following week. So that happened to be over Easter weekend. So we were supposed to be in one campground through the following Monday. Well, at that point, we're like, well, we have to go home anyway, so why are we staying here? We were able to actually get a refund for the days that we didn't stay, which was amazing. They were super awesome. Helpful. Shout out to KOA Journey at the Avi in Laughlin.
Yes, they were amazing.
They were. So we ended up going home. We got to spend Easter weekend with family, which was silver lining. We had her MRI the following Wednesday. Everything was okay. Then we got another message from the endocrinologist, which kind of just like blew everything else out of the water. I'm not even gonna go into detail. Basically, we're not going back there. And I was able to find a holistic health, I don't even know,
it's an alternative medicine.
Yeah,
basically.
we're gonna look into alternative medicine for now, and just so I was able to get on the phone, got an appointment, and she sees that doctor in a week.
Yeah.
And we're gonna kind of go from there and see how that goes. So we decided, you know what? Forget this. We're getting back on the road. We're gonna keep the reservations that we can keep up with for now. We made a couple alterations.
Yeah. And
it's been fine. We love her at right now. They've been amazing, and we're very close to where she's going to be seen. So we'll definitely keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah.
But I feel very confident that this doctor is going to be able to help her out. It's more of a naturopath. And I don't know, I just kind of have lost my faith in a little bit of Western medicine. I think Western medicine has its place, and I know I can get very political here, but sometimes I think it's time to explore other options, and that's kind of where we're at right now with her. I feel like sometimes they just want to keep throwing meds, and then I think that causes a whole other array of issues. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. To be blunt, we have kids that have, I mean, we have 4.
3 of our 4 kids.
Well, 4, really. Well, no, 3 of the 4, are on some type of medication for one issue or another. And we're kind of at the point now where we're like, I don't know, like, I think there's other ways to handle this and deal with it.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is we wanted to kind of update you guys on where we are right now with things, and also to encourage people, like, you know, everyone's always looking for the perfect scenario to take off and do this. And honestly, it's not always the perfect scenario.
No.
You know, I mean, for us, we have 3 or 4 kids that have specialists. Actually, all 4 of the kids have specialists.
Right.
For different things. And we could sit in California and wait all day long. But at the end of the day, we have to look at solutions and look at options. And
live life.
And live life.
Like,
so
to be tied down for that is just, it's
not
crazy.
It's not worth it. Like, so,
I started doing research and came up, like, long story short, talked to a friend, like, who had these connections to, like, these different naturopaths and whatnot. And she's like, look at where you're going and start looking in that area, which is what caused me to do that. And when I started looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this doctor that I found, like, has A, amazing reviews, but B, like, seems to really, like, understand it and know what we're dealing with. And so that's why I said, you know what, we have nothing to lose. Like, we'll try it and we'll see what she says.
Yeah. So that's the first part of this, you guys. The second part of this is you know, just talking about, you know, where we're headed. You know, our goal is to continue to travel and just adapt and adjust as, you know,
necessary,
as things become an issue or not an issue. And, you know, just continue to remain positive, you guys, because there's been days where, like, literally we're both just like,
yesterday was one.
We just want to cry. Like, we really do.
It was
our anniversary, and you know,
it was a really bad day.
It was a rough day.
But that's okay. Today's a new day.
You know, I mean, but the biggest thing is just encourage you guys. Like, you know, this isn't always going to be perfect.
No.
And you know, I know everyone sees the perfect of everything in social media, but the reality is our life isn't always perfect. You know, and
far from it.
And we are living an amazing journey. but we have our days where with kids that have issues, you know. I still battle my own issues with anxiety and the things that I worked through from my previous career. You know, it's just what it is, you guys.
It's real life. And it doesn't matter if you're in sticks and bricks, or if you're in a trailer, or if you're, oh boy, here comes the wind.
It's a little windy out here today.
Or it really doesn't matter where you're at. Like, your stuff will always follow you no matter what. And so I just feel like people need to know that. Like, life doesn't just get amazing because you're now on this incredible journey. Like, it's amazing and it's incredible, and we get to do, like, we hiked down to Sedona and like saw like stuff that my kids would never experience at home, but it's not always amazing and puppy dogs and rainbows. We actually flipped the truck around at one point yesterday and said, we're done, we're going home, we're not spending another ounce of time doing this with kids that are going to be like this. So we flipped around, came back, and regrouped. We went to the pool. We ended up having dinner at a little hole-in-the-wall pizza place where we're at.
Which was delicious.
And we were like, happy 17 years. Like, that's just the way it goes. I don't know.
17.
Like, it's okay. Life is not always going to be amazing, and that's okay. And I just want people to know that that's the way it is. It's not always amazing.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I mean, that's the gist of today. You know, it's you know, we want to reach out, let you guys know that this is what we've been working through.
Yep.
And that,
like we say, like, thank God His mercies are new every morning, because it's always a new start. Today was good to have a new start.
Yes, it was. So anyway, you guys.
That's where we're at.
We love you guys. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you guys for continuing to follow us and just be with us on this journey, and
we'll continue to fill in the blanks as we know more. Like, we're gonna be an open book about this. It's not a secret, and so I feel like when we start getting some answers and like moving forward and getting hopefully the help that we need for her, we can be an open book and be a resource and share. I mean, that's what this is about, really. It really is. It's sharing. It's being open with you guys, and because there's other people out there that have these issues and struggles with their kids and themselves in general. That we want to be a light for you guys and a resource for you guys, because that's what it's all about. So. Yep. So that's where we at. Happy Sunday. Now it's time to hit the pool and just relax. Relax. That's what today is about. All right, love you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. Like this video if you can. If you like it. If you don't, that's okay too. It's okay too. And click the bell also, you guys. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you on the next one, you guys. Bye. Bye.